What's up, Cardinals fans? Zach Gershman here in Pittsburgh, the site of the 2026 NFL Draft. The draft prospects arrived to town earlier in the week, but what is draft week really like for the guys? Hey, everybody, and welcome in to Inside Voices. Cardinals insider Zach Gershman. The Bird Gang obviously is going to watch a lot of that Notre Dame tape, but when they turn on the tape, when they see you in that Cardinal red, what are they going to say the running style of Jeremiah Love is?
That's electric.
Can't miss the opportunity to select one of the best interior offensive linemen the SEC has to offer. The Cardinals continue on in round 3, selecting quarterback Carson Beck out of Miami. 6 years of collegiate experience for the quarterback, which meant there was tons of tape for the Cardinals general manager to evaluate. Zach Gershman here, joined alongside by Paul Calvisi, and we might be the only two that are using the hashtag, which makes it our favorite, but it's hard to resist when you look at James Conner and how he continues to play at a career high level. To take this win and go on to the latter half of the season, what do you guys need to do as an offense to ultimately keep this rolling?
Yeah, we got to clean it up a little bit.
At 39 at the time, you were the youngest coach to win a Super Bowl. Today, right above us, a 39-year-old is sitting in the head coach's office for the very first time in Mike LaFleur. If we could go back to your first season as a head coach, what's one thing you wish you knew that Coach LaFleur would benefit from hearing?
I just think you got to be you.
For this article on azcardinals.com, I documented Jeremiah's first 24 hours as a member of the Cardinals. But the excitement really began the day before the draft when he realized, man, this is happening. It was an unfamiliar experience for the wide receiver now going into his third year because dating back to his time in Little League, in high school, or even at Ohio State, he never really spent time on the sidelines. But having this injury, it gave him a greater appreciation for the game. He was out there. He's been running. He's been posting on social media. I think it was back in January, February, he clocked in at 22 miles per hour of speed, and he's known as a speedster. Whatever you could bring back to that room to add that depth to complement Will Johnson and Max Mellon on the outside, I think you try to take the wins wherever you could get them. Can you name any other receiver in the league that has more yards in a game than Michael Wilson? Exactly. What's up, Bird Gang? I'm Zach Gershman, and this is The Pulse. Have a day, Michael Wilson. 15 receptions for 185 yards. One of the first press conferences he had, it came with a little bit of a confession. First of all, he said he has a love for fishing, but he didn't even know that there was water in Arizona. But back in March, General Manager Monty Ossenfort, he went to the free agency pond and dropped a line into it. And he came away with the biggest fish of the offseason in Josh Sweat. Your journey, you went from being somebody that was told you might not ever play football again, potentially having your leg amputated, to a Super Bowl champion, to now an Arizona Cardinal. I know free agency is normally a time where a lot of people reflect on their journeys. When all is said and done with your time here in the Valley, what do you hope your legacy is going to be?
Damn, that's a hard one to go through, man. I don't know.
Thanks, Jody. Here with Coach Derek. Coach, your do-it-all quarterback, Jackie Jimenez, has literally been doing it all. In what ways has her mobility put pressure on Corona del Sol's defense?
Well, I think she's hard to defend.
The grills are cooking, which means we have one question. Zach Gershman here with Tailgates on Tap with Bud Light. Which current Cardinal or former Cardinal would they trust behind the grill? Former Cardinal Rob Fredrickson, let me ask you a question here. Yeah. If you could drink a beer with any Cardinal, current player, former player, who would it be?
Pat Tillman.
I gotta go on a scavenger hunt for this here. 2 cozies. So you got them for your drinks. I got you a cozy. And it's a retro kind. And I'm also part-time running back. Coach calls my number, I'm right here for you. You know what I mean? But it's on the stage behind me where dreams come true and stars are born. Zach Gershman signing off from Pittsburgh.